You're watching the Comedy Roadshow pod.
Peace on that.
Hello and welcome to Comedy Roadshow. Today we're going to be discussing what's better, comedy or action movies. Which is better? I personally think action movies are better because they're more entertaining and they keep you on your toes throughout the whole movie. What do you think, Gavin?
I think comedies are better because they just like make you laugh and you have a good time. And if you're ever sad, then like watching a comedy movie will just cheer you up.
I think comedies are really, really good because everyone likes a good laugh and it's great to let it out.
I prefer action movies because I like the stunt scenes and the exhilaration you get from watching them.
Gavin, what's the most recent comedy and action movie you've seen?
The most recent comedy movie I've seen is Johnny English Strikes Back, which was actually a really funny movie. I went to see it with all my friends in the youth club and I really enjoyed it. And the most recent action movie I saw was Creed 2. I went to see that with my family and it was really enjoyable and I really, really, really enjoyed watching it.
What would you rate it out of 10? Both?
I'd probably give Creed a 9.5 and Johnny English Strikes Back probably a 9.
Had you seen any of the Creeds or previous Johnny English?
Yeah, I've watched the 2 Creeds and I've watched I think all the Johnny Englishes and I've enjoyed all of them, but I think the most recent ones were the best, to be honest.
The most recent movie I saw was in the cinema was Avengers Infinity War, and I thought it was really good because at the end it has like a really big cliffhanger to what happened to other people, and it just kept you on your toes the whole way through, and it was great to see all of your favourite superheroes in the same movie. And the most recent comedy I saw would have been Ted, which I find really funny, and you don't see much stuff like that. What about you, Matthew?
Brogan, you can go ahead.
The most recent comedy movie I've seen was Johnny English Strikes Again, same as Galvin. I thought it was a good movie because it was funny and well produced. The most recent action movie I've seen is Too Fast, Too Furious.
What would you rate them out of 10?
Probably about 9 out of 10 for Too Fast, Too Furious and 10 out of 10 for Johnny English.
Really? Do you really enjoy it?
Yes.
Good stuff. Now we're going to move on to what do you think is better for watching old? Would you rather watch an old comedy or an old action?
Old action movie because the jokes in comedy movies tend to get old and they don't really suit the modern era.
I totally agree with you. Old action movies can be really enjoyable. Just see all the special effects that they did. And old comedy movies can sometimes just die down and their jokes might just be outdated and not funny anymore.
I agree with you, Gavin, as you see lot more old action movies such as Terminator, Predator and stuff like that. You don't see a lot of old comedy movies on TV. What do you have to say, Matthew?
Well, some comedy movies can still sort of keep their charm and can be funny forever, but that's just my opinion, I guess.
Fair.
So, what about favourite actors? What's your favourite actor, Gavin?
My favourite comedy actor would probably have to be Adam Sandler. He's in a lot of funny movies and he can just fit any role and he always makes a movie lively and fun and everyone enjoys him. And my favourite action actor would probably be Tom Cruise because I watched one of the Mission Impossibles and he just does crazy stunts and he actually broke his ankle one time because he was trying to do a stunt, so he really was into the movie character.
I haven't actually seen any of those movies. What would you give them out of 10?
Probably an 8.5. He's really good in it, and the whole movie's just really good.
My favourite action movie actor would probably be Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor in the Marvel movies. I find that he's really funny, and I just really like to see him in the movies, and I liked him in Infinity War a lot. But my favourite comedy actor would have to be Jack Whitehall, as I've seen him from like 3 years ago and I've watched nearly everything he's been in, including his comedy shows and stuff like Bad Education and Fresh Meat, and I find him really funny.
What about you, Matthew?
My favourite comedy actor is Melissa McCarthy because she's just hysterical and she never lets anyone down with how funny her jokes are, and they're all original as well.
What movies is she in?
She's in Spy, which is one of my favourite movies.
What about you, Brogan?
My
Who's your
favourite one would
actor?
be Rowan Atkinson because he's funny and he starred in Mr. Bean and Johnny English and he still managed to make things funny without speaking too much.
Fair enough. Now we're gonna move into your favourite scenes in a movie, and my most memorable scene was whenever I was watching Creed 2, and whenever Michael B. Jordan was fighting the final fight. It was so intense, and you didn't even want to blink because you didn't want to miss a second of it. I find it really enjoyable.
My favourite scene would have to be at the end of Infinity War, as you see all the characters that you've known to love just disappear. And then my favourite comedy scene would have to be in Ted whenever he's being kidnapped and he talks about how the fat kid was running. I find that hilarious. What about you, Matthew?
In Black Panther, I really liked the scene where Black Panther was fighting and Michael B. Jordan. It was really intense.
What about you, Brogan?
I like the end of the Italian Job where the bus is hanging off the edge of the cliff and they're trying to save the gold from it, save the bus from falling off.
Would anyone have any recommendations of movies?
I'd say if you like comedy movies, definitely go see both of the Ted movies. And if you're up for action, definitely watch Marvel movies.
Instant Family is a really good movie as well. It just recently came out and I give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I've seen it in the cinema as well.
I'd once again recommend any Adam Sandler movie, and like something like Creed 2 or Creed or any of the Rockies, because they're all really intense and really fun to watch. What about you, Brogan?
Like the Johnny English ones and some of the older Fast and Furious ones are pretty good.
Does our theme welcome all type of people?
I'd say it does welcome most people, as I'd say nearly everyone in this world has seen a comedy or an action movie, and I'd say most people would enjoy these type of movies.
And
Yeah.
this debate is fully open to anyone who wants to join in and say whatever they feel. Do you think some people would feel excluded from our theme?
Maybe if they aren't interested in action or comedy movies, maybe if they like a different type of movie, but don't watch movies.
Fair enough.
I would know a lot of people who don't like movies at all and would be sort of binge watchers for TV programs.
Yeah, I'd be one of those people, I'd say.
What could we maybe do to involve more people?
You could have more genres of movies and maybe
Like
at those.
thriller and
Yeah.
all them types of ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could do TV
Musicals.
series.
Yeah.
TV series. What would the challenges be?
Oh,
Because we only met this weekend for the third time. So
Yeah, it was hard getting to know each other and finding trust.
it's hard to have a debate with people when you hardly even know them, so it was good that we took some time to do trust exercises, which is really good, I thought.
It's hard trying to fit most of the things in the schedule
yeah.
and sort out what to say.
Have these themes been an issue in our community before, Matthew?
Well, back whenever the Troubles were happening, especially with now Dairy Girls is sort of looking at that, but in a good way. It's sort of spreading a little bit of hope for it, that it doesn't ever happen again.
I'd say that action movies can have some negative effects. If you're doing a movie about a world war or something like that, it's important that you'd have to show both sides, and if you don't, well, that can upset some types of people. But I quite like how Dairy Girls uses comedy to express what happened back in those days.
Yeah.
And I think it was a really good idea.
And a lot of movies nowadays are sort of, there's a lot of gun violence
Yeah,
in them as
gory
well.
and-
And that can hurt people in America because obviously the gun laws.
Very true, very true.
So, at the end, do we have any favourite movies we would like to?
Once
the same.
again, I'm just going to stick with any Adam Sandler movie. Once again, on
Yeah.
Rockies, Creeds, anything like that.
My favourite movie since I was about 7 would have been School of Rock, as it has Jack Black and a school of loads of kids, and they all band together and play in a festival, and I found it really fun, and it's still one of my favourite movies to this day.
I really like Spy. It's a great watch if you ever have time.
I think some of the Star Wars movies are pretty good.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Star Wars is a really good series.
While we're here, does anyone have a really a favourite TV programme that they're watching at the moment?
You know what? I watched Breaking Bad with my family, and it was really enjoyable, and that's all we have time for. So thank you very much, and remember to subscribe to Pod Peace and Demand YouTube channel on Facebook, Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.